Hello, what's up? Welcome to the Viktor Wilt Show. It's Wednesday. How is it only Wednesday? Oh, this week is dragging. What's up, my peeps? Hope that you're doing well, slept good, or depending on when you're listening to it, this thing. Hope your day's going good. Hope your week's going good. And thankfully, I woke up this morning and yesterday was a bit concerned. I was fighting off a bug. Seems like I was successful in doing so. Just got the usual I'm tired going on. Could be worse, all right? So, lots on the plate today. We're still giving away tickets to Devo over on Cannonball 101. If you want to sign up to win some tickets to Devo, do so in the K-Bear 101 app. Alt 101 app, Cannonball 101 app, any of them. You can sign up. We're going to draw winners on Friday. And then aside from that, hopefully lots of fun content on the program today. Lots of good things to talk about. You know, I'm sure the news is just jam-packed with sunshine and rainbows today, so it's going to be a great show. All right. I'm just pounding down some raw meat energy drink. Forgot to buy instant coffee again. Hopefully this will do the old trick. Because, like I mentioned, sleeping. I'd rather be in bed. Maybe I can get a nap in this afternoon. Maybe. We'll see. Got to get caught up on the old sleep somehow. But, in the meantime, it's yapping time. I got to find something to talk about. So, I got plenty of music on the way. And hopefully content to go along with it. Hopefully today's show better than yesterday's. And the day priors. One of those weeks where I feel like I'm sucking. Sorry. I'll do my best. Yo, what's up? It's Viktor Wilt. It is Wednesday morning. Hope your day is great. Okay, what kind of crap do we have floating around on the internet today? You should always be nice to your neighbors. Because you never know if you might need a little bit of help from them. I was reading a post here about a guy who says his neighbor called the police on him 3 months ago for a noise violation. Now, I, might not be surprising, have had the police called on me for a noise violation. Being in a band, if you've been in a band, at some point the cops have shown up because of your jamming, because of some cranky neighbor. Thankfully not where I currently live, but I also have been slacking on the jamming front for a while. Need to get my studio rearranged. I've got so much crap I need to do around the house. Ugh. And then days like today, I'm like, well, I'm just going to go home, take a nap after work. No, I got to catch up on sleep. There's just not enough hours in the day. You need to get some rest, but you also need to put away the laundry. What do? I don't know. We'll see. That's not till later. But anyway, back to this post here. This guy was just vacuuming at 2 p.m. on a Saturday. All right? Now, that sounds reasonable to me. I'm assuming this is in an apartment building. But if you hear a vacuum running at 2 p.m., it doesn't seem appropriate to call the police for a noise violation. So they show up. They're like, yeah, you're allowed to vacuum at 2 p.m., and so they left. And the guy said he was embarrassed because, cops are at his place. So the neighbor is apparently moving out and knocked on the guy's door and was like, hey, would you help me carry my furniture down the stairs? Like, no, you called the cops on me for vacuuming. So that's what this guy said was no. And then the neighbor got all mad. I thought we were past this. Neighbors should help each other. Holding grudges isn't healthy. I tell you what, somebody calls the cops on me for vacuuming. I'm not going to help them move their crap. Moving stuff down the stairs sucks. That's part of the issue I got going on around my house. With my studio. I probably need to move a couch from the studio on the top floor to the basement so I can make room for the drums. And I got to get these things done. Do I want to move the couch? No. And Peach has helped me move that couch a while back from the basement to the top floor. I doubt he wants to show up and help me because I do this all the time. I'll change my mind about where something needs to be. Hey, want to help me carry an amp back up the stairs? It's okay. It's just a gigantic stadium-worthy amp. It's heavy. Come on. Dude, I helped you move this downstairs just a few months ago. I know. Let's move it back up. Anyway, the guy just wanted to ask people online if he was, rude for not helping the neighbor. No, you're not obligated to help the neighbor, okay? He can figure it out himself, He's a whiner. Vacuuming. Even if you were bumping music at 2 p.m., I don't know. I think 2 p.m., if you're living in an apartment building, you got to get over a little bit of noise, all right? If you can't handle it, rent a trailer. I'm not even saying, go rent a house, because I know it's expensive, but rent a trailer, all right? Then you're not sharing walls with somebody, and you're not having to put up with their vacuum noise bothering you. Lots of whiners online today. They're out in full force, from what I've seen so far. I don't know, I guess it gives me something to talk about. Glad I've got good neighbors, My neighbors, if they think I'm making a bunch of noise, will text me and be like, hey, could you turn down your music? It's 10 p.m. I'm trying to sleep. Because they're, like me, they're old and they go to bed early. Or should, anyway. I think I got to bed a little bit earlier last night than usual, but just not quite early enough. Anyway, I'll be back in a minute with some more stuff, all right? Incubus and Nice to Know You. They did a killer job when they played at the fair a couple years ago. Would sure be great to see the Eastern Idaho State Fair bring another rock band in. Or the Mountain America Center. Or the Portneuf Health Trust Amphitheater. We need some rock shows announced for the area. You know what I'm saying? It's like just dry out there. Come on. Plenty coming to the region, but geez. I posted a question in the K-Bear 101 Idaho Rock and Metal group yesterday. I knew what the most common responses would be. And, yeah, I was right. I guess I shouldn't say I knew. But I had a pretty good idea of what the most common responses would be. That question was, one band that nobody will ever convince you is good. And I figured we'd see a lot of Sleep Token and Ghost. And as a matter of fact, that is the case. These are bands with unique sounds. They've blown up to be very popular. Tend to, get a lot of hate when that happens for your band. If you get to be massive, there's just going to be people hating on you. But what were some of the others? I posted Maroon 5, all right? Because come on. Even if you don't like Sleep Token or Ghost, there are like way worse bands out there. Look at Maroon 5. They are terrible. They're a horrible band. Their songs are just garbage, and their frontman is cringy beyond belief. What are some of the other responses we were getting here? Okay, 21 Pilots. All right, that's a band that I can't get into. Not my thing, but Maroon 5, way worse. All right, we've got The Offspring, Chili Peppers. These do tend to end up being lists of like every band imaginable because everybody has different taste. I was kind of surprised to see John Hernandez say Slayer. He seems like he'd be a Slayer fan, but not also into Tool, Chili Peppers, or System of a Down. System of a Down, another band with a pretty unique sound. Seems like people either, just love them or hate them. Primus and the Beatles, you get. What kind of response is that? Again, lots of Ghost. Chili Peppers getting thrown under the bus quite a bit. We got a couple people with bad taste in music mentioning Tool. Come on now. Give it another shot. Don't make me play a 15-minute Tool song just to spite you. Joe with Electric Callboy. What? You gotta be kidding me. Oh, another Primus. Red Jumpsuit Apparatus. Okay, there's a band that I'm not really into. I think I yelled at Charlie for calling out Ghost and Sleep Token. Nirvana. There you go. Kings of Leon. All right, come on. Oh, somebody said the Reptilians. Now that's messed up, bro. That's messed up. Didn't see that response last time. All right. Well, coming up after the top of the hour here, we'll get into some new architects. At some point today, Motionless in White is dropping a new song as well. I can't remember exactly what time, but I'll find out. Hopefully they send the song out to radio because I would like to play it for you, of course. I'll get a copy somehow. Morning. What's up, everybody? It's the Viktor Wilt Show, the Wednesday edition, the It Should Be Friday edition. Okay. We shall endure. We shall survive. Okay, what do we got here? Normal things that gross people out. Sure, let's talk about stuff that might be bothersome for you to think about at this hour of the day as you get rolling. Chairs that are still warm from the previous occupant. Yeah, that could be, a little bit gross. Especially if it's the toilet, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't make much of a difference if the seat's cold or not. Somebody was sitting there prior, but something about it being warm, unpleasant. I guess unless you're used to those fancy toilets, got a heated seat, the built-in bidet. One of these days, get the fancy Japanese toilet. I doubt it. Got too much other crap I gotta buy. Let's see, microfiber towels. They are kind of unpleasant in your hands, aren't they? They got a weird texture to them. But I don't know if I'd say they gross me out. They're just kind of strange. The sponge in the sink should gross you out. That thing is packed with bacteria and disgusting. Make sure to wash your hands after you use the sponge in the sink. Throw it away, maybe. Get a new one. I'm probably about due for a new one, too. Those things, they do gross me out, the sponge in the sink. Hair stuck in the shower drain. All right, that one's not too bad to me. I can see why that would gross people out, but so it's not too bad. What's gross is when you have to, unclog a drain. Got to get that, either a full-fledged snake out or, just the little plastic one that's like about 2 feet long. You stick that down your sink, pull out the goo and hair. I know it's disgusting. I'm sorry. But it just happens sometimes. You got to get the goo out. Ugh, it's gross. Let's see. What else is grossing out people online? Mouth smell. Okay, what you need to do is floss and brush. Just keep your mouth clean, all right? There are ways to deal with mouth smell. Go to the dentist. Brush your tongue, all right? Let's see here. They don't like soggy cereal. There's certainly much worse. The sound of people sniffing or snorting their snot back up. Does that bother you? I don't have any snot. Thankfully. Yeah. It's a bad day. You got that snot pouring out of your face. Need to build up that PTO. I got plans. All right. Touching raw meat. Not the biggest fan of that, especially chicken. It just feels gross. People who spit everywhere. I guess that doesn't bother me unless it's like, the 1800s and there's a spittoon there and people are just spitting their, plug tobacco. Yeah, that'd be pretty gross. Mouth sounds in general, chewing. Okay, yeah, it doesn't bother me too bad. Elevator buttons in hospitals. Okay, yeah, that's one I wouldn't have thought about, but that would gross me out. Wash your hands, fools. Wash your hands. All right. Open mouth coughing. Yeah, cover your mouth if you're going to cough or sneeze. Oh, this person doesn't like veins. They're like the idea of blood moving through them freaks them out. Getting blood taken, blood being siphoned out via a puncture in my vein. Absolutely not. I mean, I'm not too bad with that. I don't look, but I can handle it. Long toenails. Yeah, that's not the greatest. All right. This thread's kind of boring. I'll find something else, okay? Okay, people? We'll be back. JD wanting to hear some Judas Priest. There you go, man. Enjoy. And shout out to JD delivering me a new snowblower last night. Oh, I hope I don't have to use it. Hope that, we just continue to enjoy the kind of winter we've been enjoying. But I figured if I didn't get a snowblower, we're going to get pummeled with snow. And if I do get one, maybe the weather will continue to be nice. So it's there. It's ready in case I need it. But hopefully I don't have to fire it up at all. I don't know. I'm sure we've got to get pummeled with snow at some point, right? It's just inevitable. But it is January 28th. I've only had to bust out the shovel one time this entire season. Rest of the time, it's just melted off. It's been fantastic. I was talking with a record rep in Nashville yesterday, and they'd been without power for like 3 days. Oh, that would suck. I do have a generator, I guess, so I could at least run that outside and power some kind of a space heater or something. But yeah, you should, if you live in an area like this where, we can get pummeled by horrible weather, you should get a generator. I know, they're not cheap, but it's good to have around. I should probably have change the oil and put some, hopefully it's out of gas. Hopefully there's not gas sitting in it. Gonna have to make sure to do a lot of maintenance on things when spring arrives. Yeah, the old lawnmower, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, I'm just dreaming of nicer weather, even though the weather hasn't been bad. Yeah, I was talking with someone else Jay Hildebrandt, who you might remember from Local News 8. He was in the other day, and he spends half his time in Arizona in the winter. Oh, good for you. Wouldn't that be great? I know Peaches, for some reason, is offended or bothered by people who, will have homes in two places. Snowbirds. Dude, I tell you what, if I had the money, would absolutely have an Arizona home for the winter months. It's great down there this time of year. I'm not even going to look at the forecast because I'll just get mad. Because I'm sure it's really nice there right now. Starting to get stir crazy. Think I'm going to need to, I have no PTO. I was going to say I have time to get out of town and go somewhere warm. Nope, that ain't happening for me. Not anytime soon. I am going to be at work every day for months. Aside from the day after the ghost show. Yeah, not happening. Got to have at least one day off. Sometimes things that you think are going to improve your life can screw it up. I figured when I pulled up this thread, it was going to be things like, drinking too much, not getting enough sleep. It was, what's something you did that reduced your quality of life so much that you wish you had never done it? And the top answer was getting promoted at work. Yeah, sometimes that sucks. Depending on what type of management you've got and what their expectations are of you. I've been promoted at work and regretted it before. Sometimes you're like, this is too much work. This ain't worth it. You ain't paying me enough to do all of this. You know how many people's jobs this is? Crazy. Sometimes it's better to be the low man on the pole. Yeah. Let's see here. What are other things people are saying reduce their quality of life so much they wish they'd never done it? Married the wrong person. Yeah, that can definitely reduce your quality of life. That's why I keep mentioning, you young people, don't get married when you're like super young. You got to give it some time, all right? Guarantee that you are not going to be the same person in your late teens or early 20s that you are in your late 20s, early 30s. You got to really get to know somebody, all right? Yeah. You go ahead and go on down to the courthouse. You can get married in 5 minutes. That divorce process, not near as easy. Take your time with that one. Okay, there we go. There's somebody mentioning booze. Booze can definitely reduce your quality of life. It's a tough one. Super addictive. Just be careful out there, everybody. Be careful. And, any type of addictive substance is going to reduce your quality of life. Like, don't ever try nicotine. Just don't try it, okay? It's super addictive, so hard to get off of, and super expensive as well. And it, doesn't even do much to you. What a waste of money. Oh, nicotine is so frustrating. Here's another person ignoring sleep for years. They said everything else slowly fell apart after that. Nap time today. That's right. Nap time for Victor later. Need to start getting to bed just a little bit earlier. It's so hard. So hard to get to bed at the time I need to for this stupid show. Let's see here. Believed my bullies, then bullied myself. Yeah. Don't listen to other people, okay? You don't need to put up with that kind of crap from people. And it's tough when you're young. Like, being in school and stuff, especially like junior high, high school, you think this stuff is so important. All of that just disappears once you get out of school. All of the cliques, all of the stupid drama, it's all meaningless. Popularity in school, things like that, it all disappears once you're done. So try not to, if you're a younger person listening, try not to let those kind of things bother you. Because it's like a switch just flips the minute you're done with school. All of it gone. And then chances are you're not going to even see these stupid bullies ever again. You might bump into them. We are in a smaller area around here, but chances are you're not going to see them again. Like, I still remember this one kid from junior high who was a total piece of crap. He was just a garbage human being, and he was so awful to me. I'll never forget this kid. Once he went to a different high school, I never saw him again. Never saw him again. Hopefully I don't. But I might not even recognize him now. We're all old. What are some other things that people did that reduced their quality of life so much they wished they'd never done it? Let toxic people stay in their life for way too long. I've done that. That's for sure. Sometimes you got to cast people out. You get enough done with you, and it can be tough when you're like longtime friends, but generally if somebody's just dragging you down consistently, they're going to continue to. Most people don't really change that much. So dump them. That's right. Dump them. Let's see here. Stopped being physically active. Okay, yeah, I know I need to get on that stupid treadmill. A lot of people talking about sleep. A lot of people talking about sleep. All right, I will take a nap today. I will. I promise. I promise. Downloaded the Reddit app. Yeah, that reduced my quality of life. No, I think Facebook. Facebook has reduced my quality of life because my mental health, just looking at the things people say, I'm like, oh, what's wrong with people? Why are they so crazy? Anyhow, I'm going to try to dig up some freak news, okay? I'll be back. Well, we've got a number of stories about people who boozed it up a little bit too hard and made bad decisions. Try to drink responsibly, everybody. You don't want to wake up in a German retirement home with no pants on. Happened to a U.S. soldier, as a matter of fact. Found sleeping in an unoccupied room by an employee who had been delivering breakfast to residents of this retirement home. He was described as heavily intoxicated wearing only a sports jersey and underwear, and he had no idea how he got there. Yeah, too much booze. That's how you got there. And I'm not gonna ponder how he. Okay, I'm just gonna leave this one alone. All right, guy might have made some bad choices that night. There was another drunk guy who was driving a car around that was on fire. If your car is on fire, you should just pull over, okay? Get out of it, all right? How hammered you gotta be to just go, I'll just keep going. So, the guy was able to barely escape with his life from the fire. He set a field on fire with the burning vehicle. Cops show up and, he's hammered. The bottle of liquor that was empty on the floorboard of the car also, gonna work as a little bit of evidence to show that maybe when he claimed, I only had one beer earlier, he might have been lying. Fire could kill you, okay? Don't pull over in a field to get out either. I don't know what you do when your vehicle's on fire. But I do know the one thing you do is get out of it, all right? Bail. Let's see, what else do we have here? Former Starbucks VP's lawsuit claims she was fired after reporting maggots in equipment. You want some coffee? You want some maggot coffee? Yeah. Geez. Yeah, they have some kind of a system. It's a piece of equipment called the Siren system, designed to enable a barista to make any drink in 40 seconds or less. And I don't know, I guess this lady said there were maggots in the machine when she was showing it off. And she claims they were flicked away by baristas to prevent customers from seeing them. Maggot coffee. I'm sitting here mowing down some raw meat energy drink. No maggots. So it might not be giving me the energy I'd like, but you can only do so much when you didn't go to bed early enough. But at least I don't have maggots in my drink. Anyway, I don't think that's a general worry at Starbucks, but I don't know. We'll wait to see what the end of the lawsuit says. Oh, and this piece of news is disappointing and frustrating to me. Mosquitoes' thirst for human blood is increasing. Great. Fantastic. I hate mosquitoes. I tend to have a bad allergic reaction when I get mosquito bites. Makes me really sick. So just what we need. Their thirst for human blood to increase. Mosquitoes kill a lot of people. They kill people. They're horrible, horrible critters. Can we just get rid of them? Do they have any benefit to the environment? Is there some way we could just, wipe out mosquitoes? They spread disease. They're disgusting. They have a, increasing thirst for human blood. Let's just get rid of them already. I'm no, scientist or anything. Maybe there's a reason we haven't wiped them out, but geez, they don't appear to do anything good. Exterminate them. Thankfully, I live in a town, and it's not very, humid around here. It's not like Minneapolis, where my family lives, where mosquitoes are just horrible. How people live in the Midwest, I just don't get it. All right, it's a little after 8. That's good. Day needs to go by quicker. I'm going to chug more of this raw meat energy drink. Title track from the new Poppy album, Empty Hands. It's Viktor Wilt. Day's not going quick enough for my taste. Sorry, had to stretch. Had to do a little bit of stretching. Okay, what did I have here? Sydney Sweeney facing legal woes after hanging bras on the Hollywood sign. Okay, apparently trying to promote her new lingerie brand And she posted video of herself and her team hanging bras from the Hollywood sign, and apparently that's illegal. Unauthorized. Yeah, that doesn't sound like that much damage, right? It's not like, she spray painted the sign, or you just take the bras down, It's not that difficult. They're not like hooked on, are they? Because, sometimes it can be difficult to undo the bra, but no, they're just hanging on the sign. She's not going to get in any trouble. She's a celebrity. You know how this goes. People in power, they don't ever get in any trouble. Do whatever they want. Anybody else shows up monkeys with the Hollywood sign, going to have a bad day. But, yeah, all of these articles, I've seen these floating around for 2 days. I'd say that the publicity stunt worked. Because, look, I was desperate for content. I ended up talking about it. Everybody's seeing this. So, yeah. Pretty sure that even if she gets in a, tiny bit of legal trouble, has to pay a fine. Look at all the advertising, all right? Anyway. I'm going to keep digging for stuff to share with you. There's got to be some other stuff out here. Just kind of a slow news day. There's always plenty of news. It just all sucks. So, not going to talk about it. Sorry, I meant to chat with you prior to that song, but I was checking out the new song from Motionless in White. Got to get myself a copy of that. I figured they were going to send it out to radio, but then I listened to the song, and I was like, okay, yeah. Too heavy for rock radio. Oh, scary. Motionless in White. Just too brutal. So, yeah, I'll get a copy of the track. And, if I have to edit it myself, I will. I only heard one naughty word in it, but, yeah. It's just mind-boggling. That still, I've been saying this for 10 years. Heavy music is mainstream. When is rock radio going to figure this out? When are they going to figure it out? It's not that hard. All right? We got listeners of all different shapes and sizes and ages. I don't tend to get any complaints when I bust out some Lamb of God or something. No. We tend to get the complaints with the weaker stuff. What's this, man? What's this sleep token stuff? Anyhow, the new Motionless in White song's really good. So, hopefully I can find a contact at the label. The label, one of these typical music business things, fired all the good people last year, and I don't even know if I got a contact for him now, which is frustrating. So, anyhow, I'll work on that. Still working on trying to get a copy of the new Motionless in White track. So good. So good. It's got it all. It's got the heavy. It's got the big chorus. Got a nice breakdown. And the labels are afraid to send it out to people. It's ridiculous. All right. What else was I going to share with you today? Oh, we are still giving away tickets to Devo. So if you haven't entered to win those, we're giving them away on Cannonball 101, which you can enter in any of our apps, K-Bear 101, Alt 101, or Cannonball 101. Pretty easy. You fill out the form, boom, you're in to win. And you can, if you're lucky, go see Devo for free. I'm sure it's a fun show. Sure it's going to be a blast. Lots and lots of great shows coming up. The best place to find out about them, kbear.fm. Just go there. You can listen to us live from anywhere on the planet. And you can also enter to win contests and check out concerts. Yeah, just click that link for concerts and events and then go to concert/rock to filter out all the other stuff so you can just find out about the rock shows. Coming up soon, Ghost, Bad Omens, Sabaton, Bad Flower, Volumes, Necrogoblicon, Filter, The Browning, Black Label Society, Hawthorne Heights, 9 Inch Nails, Nothing More, Testament, and that's just a small sample. Pretty much everybody's coming. Somewhere close, anyway. Most of these shows, obviously, taking place Boise or Salt Lake, because you've seen how quiet our market is. Hopefully we get some shows announced here soon. This is ridiculous. Come on, give us at least one rock or metal show. Where are you at? my local venues. Come on. Anyhow, hopefully Motionless in White will announce more U.S. tour dates, because they got some, but nowhere even remotely close to here, and they're so good live. You gotta go see them if you've never checked them out before. Okay, I'm gonna keep content digging here. I just did a reaction video to the new Motionless in White song, so I'm getting that uploaded to YouTube, and that kind of sidetracked me from finding crap to share with you on the radio show. Multitasking sometimes detrimental to this program. Sorry about that, but the next break will be better, okay? All right. Do you want to live in a van down by the river? Well, this time of year around here, it'd probably suck, all right? I don't know if you've been outside. It's cold. So what you need to do is apparently head down to the Rubber Tramp Rendezvous. This happens in Arizona about this time of year. Quartzsite, Arizona. I don't know where that is, but it looks warm looking at the pictures here. It must be in the Phoenix area, looking at the mountains. But basically, people who live in their vehicles, they all meet up and, I don't know, hang out in the desert and, live in their vans and their campers and things like that. So this guy named Bob Wells set this up back in 2011. Rubber Tramp Rendezvous. Meeting place for people who travel across the U.S. in vans, buses, cars, and RVs, and live on the road. It does sound a little bit appealing, doesn't it? Just drop off the face of the planet. I'm going to just buy a camper, and I'm just going to disappear. Sometimes that sounds pretty good. I don't know. It might be tough to get by. Gas prices, they've come down a little bit, but still, I could put a mattress in the back of my pickup. That thing burns gas like nothing else. I don't think I could afford to live in my truck. But it would be kind of fun just to drive around. Just, check out new places and things like that. Okay, it looks like Quartzsite is a small town near the California border. And I assume this thing's over with now, the 1 week event. But I don't know. Maybe you've just had it. You want to live in a van down by the river, but you can't, tolerate the weather here. You can go to this kind of thing, or head down to Slab City in California. I don't know, I bet there's a lot of weirdos that hang out at these kind of things. But I'd probably go check it out. Maybe. Okay, probably not. Was glad to see in the news that Tenacious D going to be making their return. How about some tour dates? Oh, yeah. That'd be a lot of fun. Hopefully some new music on the way soon as well. So I didn't watch any of this. Alex Honnold climbing the skyscraper. We talked about it a little bit. There's that documentary about him called Free Solo, which is just crazy. Makes my stomach churn. And I'm trying to bring up this stupid article here about Netflix backlash, but this website sucks so much. Oh my gosh. Just show me the stupid article. Anyway, I guess they didn't pay him very much. What was the amount they paid him? Anyway, so the guy risks his life to climb a 508-meter skyscraper in Taiwan, Taipei 101. I want to know how much he was paid. But this website is so terrible. Maybe I could bring it up on another site here. Screw that site. It was working at first. What a piece of junk. It's a dump. All right, Alex Honnold, pay Netflix. Let's see what that brings up in the news. Okay. Paid an embarrassingly small amount for his Netflix special, he says. All right. Oh, he says he's not even going to say how much. But it was an embarrassingly small amount. Yeah. You got these like basketball players making tens of millions. This guy climbs a skyscraper with no ropes. Big Netflix event. Okay, he's saying it was 6 figures. I don't know. That seemed pretty risky to me. Though he climbs all the time for free. Risks falling off of cliffs. Yeah. So he probably doesn't care much. I would imagine there's going to be some money that comes out of it, right? Some kind of sponsorship deal. Somebody will pay him a big amount to climb something even more dangerous. Oh, this guy's nuts. Watch that Free Solo documentary if you haven't seen it. It's really good. It just, like I said, makes my stomach churn. Not a heights guy. Not my jam. But come on, Netflix. We saw what you pay the kids on Stranger Things per episode. Give this guy some money. Where'd my tab go? Oh my. Sometimes I just want to punch myself. Friendly reminder, I shared this on Facebook. But the Crane family going to be on Family Feud again tonight. So make sure to check that out. Sounds like they won last night. So they'll be on again tonight. I guess it's not tonight. 4 p.m. this afternoon. What's up, Peaches?
I was talking with a listener yesterday on the show about if like the Crane family went on some like winning spree, all of a sudden won a ton of money from the game show. Lieutenant Crane just makes some, subtle changes, like a brand new car comes rolling into the parking lot.
Well, he said on Traffic School last week he'll split his share of the winnings with me.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, I don't believe he will either. But a boy can dream.
Magically, he just disappears from doing Traffic School ever again.
Wouldn't surprise me at all. Find out if we have Traffic School this Friday, 8:45 a.m., powered by the Advocates Injury Attorneys. I didn't hear if you gave me any kind of plug on the show. They did have to edit down, hours and hours of filming into like 20 minutes.
Right.
So
about 21, 23.
Yeah, that's usually about what a broadcast network TV show is. About a third of what you watch is commercials, something like that. So anyhow, check out the Crane family on Family Feud, 4 p.m. on Channel 8, and see if they win again. And then since the article mentioned it, it did say they're having a watching party at Fat Cats tomorrow. So you can check out the article I posted on Facebook if you want to get the full details. But, I know you've been begging me all morning to play your favorite band, Peaches. So I had
Don't you dare.
I had them all lined up.
Don't you dare.
I had them all lined up and ready for you. It's been an okay show. It's not the worst, not the best, but that's what you got to deal with sometimes with the current news cycle. Yeah, lots of unpleasant things. Nothing fun happening. Nothing funny. I scrolled and scrolled and scrolled away today, and, well, sometimes you just strike out. I could have discussed some of the posts I seen online, like, what's a metal band that has a bunch of albums that, every single one's a 10 out of 10? And then it's just a list of every metal band, because, every band has some kind of fan that thinks everything they've done is good. Like, I've got bands that I think everything they've done is good. You could probably guess some of them. But it's like the post I made on Facebook yesterday, what's a band you just can't stand no matter what anybody says? And it just ends up being a list of every single band that exists. Or when somebody posts, hey, what's the best place to get a burrito? And every single Mexican restaurant in East Idaho gets listed. I don't know, I guess it's better activity than the just constant bickering and fighting that you see on social media for the most part in this day and age. Some people are really surprising me in this day and age as well. Like, settle down a little bit, jeez. Thought you were pretty mellow. Goodness. Anyhow, hopefully by noon, Peaches and I will dig up some good content for the noon hour of madness and mayhem. See how it goes. In the meantime, I guess I should probably get that country music work done so Justin is not frustrated down the hall with me. But I had to get some moves made on K-Bear. Got to get the new Papa Roach in rotation. Got to get the new Motionless and White in rotation. So, sorry, Justin, you got to wait a minute. Anyway, I'm going to drink some more raw meat energy drink or something. I got to get motivated, people. Stay positive. Keep your chin up. It's all going to be good. And let's crush down Wednesday, get to Thursday. Before we know it, we'll be at the weekend. Can't wait. Anyway, appreciate y'all. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you again for tuning in to the Viktor Wilt Show. This program is a production of Riverbend Media Group. To contact the show or for more information, hit us up at riverbendmediagroup.com.